Hello, fellow travelers. Just to remind you and just to make a note that life is easy and life is simple and life is full of different ingredients, most of which involve some tears, could be of joy, could be of pain, could be of art, but mostly life is full of wonders. I've been fighting myself known to reveal to you what has been revealed, and I can't ignore the messages anymore to say it. You know, it's the time of the revelation or revelations. Everything is being revealed, and all of us as God's children who are here at this present time have a great role to play, to encourage one another, to live our utmost goodness, and to learn how to walk life without losing our God spark, because in all of us is the God spark. I don't need to tell you that you're divine, and you don't need to tell me that I'm divine, because I wasn't made by you and you were not made by me. We've all lost the plot whereby we're always looking for validation from other people. We always expect other people to understand us, and then they'll even go ahead to think for us, then decide for us, and then judge us all according to how they perceive life. Remember that we are an expression of God. God is the maker, is the source. You know, when even we use the word God, it's limiting, because some people say, oh, that's a Christian term. And then when others say, I prefer personally, whenever you hear me talk of source, you know that I'm talking to the initiator, the original, like where all the sparks come from. If I'm to talk of the Darwin theory, then the original ape. If I'm to talk of the Big Bang, then the bang that went off, the origin and the source. So God is expressing through us, and it is in diverse things. The way you see that there are so many types of grass, but they're all grass. The way you see that there are so many different people, but we are all people, or we are all human beings. The way you can see there are dogs, and they are in different types, and they all have different characters. They are all expressing the wonder, the marvel of God. So understanding this and knowing that you can never see life the way I see it, plus even if you're to take in consideration my story, how my story was waved, how I've been led and I've moved through life, you can't understand me as I can't understand you. So what am I trying to tell you or to encourage you to be? Be who you are truly. And you can't find that answer in your mind. The mind is a gift that was given to us by source or by our original parents when we were coming. It was given as a blank slate as children, minus maybe the little karmic or samskaras that we came with that determined where we are each born. But from that, the space is free for us to put in or to put out or to do with whatever we want. And that freedom has been taken from us. So you find that your disk is full or your mind is full, But in most cases, it's full of things that are even of no benefit to you. We sometimes like to say like, oh, I take in things that are positive, that will progress me. Oh, you sit and meditate. Yes, you will sit and meditate, but who is meditating and what are you meditating about? So in simple terms, what we can say, or what I can say to you, remember who you are. You are spirit. Okay? Why do I tell you that you're spirit? I believe that you've all seen death. You've all seen what happens. Everything goes back to order. The body, which is earth from Divine Mother, goes back to Mother Earth. And spirit, which is from Divine Father, who is everywhere, goes back to spirit. You've seen people pass away from a room and then you don't see them like, oh, then a black cloud or a white cloud came and carried them off. No. So they just dissolve into the awareness or the nothingness, which is our nature. So knowing that, and knowing that actually, minus confusing yourself, if you go back to who you are truly, and then knowing that, you look at what brings you joy. You look at things from a distance and you know how to respond, knowing how life works. I think before we can know great deals, knowing the laws of nature would benefit each one of us very much. And the first law, at least which you can start with, is the law of cause and effect, because that's the reason why we're here. My mom met my dad, and then together they came together, and then Source was among them and blessed the fruit of their meeting. And I came, and it's the same with you. If there was no original conspiracy or original attraction where the opposite attracts the negative, we wouldn't be. So understanding that everything has to bring a result, or you can say consequence, you start knowing that every move you make or every sitting you do will bring you cause and effect. The miracles we seek are with us, because just you cooking yourself a meal and enjoying it is a miracle, because there are so many people who are failing to do that. So if you're caught up in the worldly scuffle of who's got more money, who's got more education, who's got more what, does that take away the humanness in you? Does it take away the pain? Does it take away the fear we all come with? No. So what is the best thing that can at least make you thrive in everything? Is knowing that I'm spirit. I am here on a journey. It has so many other people who are visiting. They are also godly. They are God particles. So you see, you revere them like you know that, oh, everything that I see here, even if it's this cup, it has reverence from Source. Why? All the raw materials that made this cup are not man-made, because the raw material was found on earth. So you find that with ourselves as we are so much, we are infinite, yet if we are to use the ego, then we are nothing. There is nothing we can do that is out of Goddess or of Source's realm. Everything and so many things are within that realm. So bowing to that, regardless of how you want to term the energy, the power, the wonder, everything, I think would benefit you and give you more peace. You were born by your mother, wherever you were born, which meant you're God is always with you, you know. And when we go, I've not heard of it that, oh, you know, death came and was stopped. So that makes you also understand that no one is above the law. And what are the laws? They are the laws of life. They are the laws of nature. Understanding this, regardless of where you are, walking with that awareness and playing well with other children. We are all God's children. None is above the other. None is below. Why? We all die the same way. We all have the same bodies. The male or the female. That is how God made us, if you go to Genesis. Okay? So, just somebody who has acquired a lot of knowledge, it does not make them less human. No. They are still human. They will love to eat. They will love to sleep. So, these ideas and these hallucinations that are being developed by others, where you have to be according to how another needs to see you, I think we need to break out of that. Okay? Don't confuse what I'm saying from saying that, oh, you don't have to go to work, you don't have to be. No. The life we came to, you need to work in order to eat. You need to give something's got to give. But I'm talking about personal choices. I'm talking about personal things that cause us suffering. People don't even suffer the jobs they do. They suffer how they view what they've got to do. But if you know that I am here, I've got a body, I need to feed it. When you're working, you have to do what you've got to do to put food in your mouth. You should not be mourning about that. If you're mourning, it means you've not understood life, the life you're living. When we start, I think I'll keep it here. I don't want to make it so long, but I'm going to be sharing with you so that we look outside the box together. Life is not complicated. So my own, what I'll take on is to show that life is simple. We have complicated it and it has confused us. And because of that confusion, we are suffering. We are looking for the gold that is inside us. If anything of what we see was the treasure hunt, then we would have to take back whatever we gathered in life. But if we don't take anything but the experiences, where we even have to leave the bodies on earth, then it means that life is bigger than what we think, and we are not as small as we think. But it's up to us, it's up to you to have enough of all the chaos, of all the shoutings, of all the confusions. It's up to you to liberate yourself. As long as you have desires, then the person who holds the desire will be your master. As long as your body has desires, then it will be your master. But before all that, you need to know what kind of master are you choosing. That's why Jesus the Christ said that, take my yoke, it is easier to carry. Why? It was one of surrender. It was one of just absolute love, forgiveness, and everything. So when you choose to carry such virtues and you walk by them, then it becomes easier to carry. You can never have too much love to make you feel bad, because it will stay in you, it will nourish you. So when we choose these higher virtues that are already in us, and we don't let the head that is already confused become our master, but we consult with our divine part, which is our heart, where love is, then it becomes easier. when we give love, when it's taken, then we rejoice. And when it is not understood or taken, it remains with us. So we remain love. But when you start taking on virtues that are heavy, like hatred, like arguments, like jealousy, like greed, when you stay with them, they will disconnect you. They will cause intuitions in your body. So enjoy your journey, knowing that there is so much to enjoy and to see and to share if you choose to. Choice is the power. Choose that which makes you happy and then share that happiness with others. Much love and blessings.